Hello everyone, today's tutorial is about the scrub uniform trouser. That's the top we did in our last tutorial, the v-neck scrub top. So this is a trouser because I promised I was going to do it. So you can see the side pocket with zip, the cargo pocket, see the elastic band, see the way it's looking so nice. So if you are yet to watch our previous video on the scrub top, please do that so that you know how to sew the complete uniform. That's a complete scrub uniform. And in this video we're going to be showing you how to cut and sew this nice trouser you're seeing on your screen. So if it's your first time of coming across this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and also a notification bell so that you don't miss out on our subsequent uploads. And to our returning subscribers, we say thank you. So let's get started. The total length for the trouser is, for our trouser now, is 38. But I'm going to be attaching this elastic waistband to it, which the width is 1.5. So taking 1.5 from 38, we have 36.5. 36.5, I'm going to be adding, I want to add 2 inches for the hemming allowance. That's going to be 38.5. Then 0.5 to join the elastic back to the trouser, the body of the trouser. That is 39. Oh, that's 39 inches. So that is the measurement. You just see me that I mark out on this material now. After that, now I want to insert our crotch depth. For your crotch depth, to get a crotch depth, you divide your hip by 4 in 4. That is, our hip is 42. By 4, we have 10.5. 10.5, but don't forget that the 1.5 of the band, it could be part of your crouch length. That is 10.5 minus 1.5, that is 9. So I'm going to be putting 9.5 because of the 0.5 that I will be using to attach the band to the trouser. I hope my explanation is well understood. So the 9.5. So this is my crouch depth. So on this crouch depth, I'm going to be inserting my thigh. My thigh is 26. 26 divided by 2, that will be 13. So we have our 13 here. We have our 13 here. So I move 13. I'll be taking back 2 inches. Yeah, 2 inches. And from these 2 inches, the same measurement, that's 11, I'll take it up here. Now, have it in mind that this trouser is going to be having an elastic band. The more reason I would not have to mark out the waist measurement, the exact waist measurement. If it happens to be a trouser with band, then we have to calculate the waist up before connecting it down to the crouch line. Because it's going to be having an elastic band, which is going to gather the excess at the waist. So I'm going to be marking exact both on the crouch line, which is the hip, and also the waistline. That's why you see me do the same now. So I'm not going to be calculating the waist measurement out there. I can just come up by 2 inches there. Yes, you can see by 2 inches, and you slant it down. That's your crotch extension. So after that, go straight down to the cuff part. Here I'm going to be using 14. Our cuff is 14, which is going to be 7. But before I do that, I'm going to find the half of those pairs. This is 13. Half of 13 is what? That's 6.5. Half of 13 is 6.5. I'm marking 6.5 here too. Then I'm going to join the lines together. Okay, so here is my cuff, and I'm going to be using 14. So the 14 now will be 7 now. Notice that 7. So 7, get the half of 7, which is 3.5. Half of 7 is 3.5. So I'm going to be putting it at the middle like this. So 3.5 here, 3.5 here. 3.5, 3.5. So this is 3.5 and this is 3.5. And so like this, I'll connect this place to this place, this place to this place. Or if I do that, I'm going to come up a little bit by 10 inches, 10 inches there, and measure the same 3.5. Then I'll connect it. So after that, I'll connect this place and I'll connect this place together. Use the pants cuff, just go like this. And make sure you blend this perfectly. As simple as that. So with all these tools, you can easily draft your trouser without stress. And here, we come here, from here. You can choose to stand this a little, just to make the front relax very well. So you can just come in by just 0.5. Don't forget you're going to be having elastic. So I'll just slant this line a little to the 0.5 here. Like this. And also slant it by 0.5 down here. Mind you, it's not compulsory because of the elastic that are going to be attaching to it. But just to give it a sort of fitting there, you can still do it. So that is that about this front part. Now I want to make a little bit of adjustment here. Don't forget that we added 2 inches seam allowance. So that when I want to cut it, I'll be coming out a little like this. So I'm going to turn it like this so as to maximize our material. Okay. So move it to this side very well so that you have a space for it inside. So this is a crouch line. This is the crouch part. I'm going to be adding 3 inches. Yeah. The first thing I'm going to do here is to extend the line. Extend the line, but you're not marking it straight on this line. Come down by 0.5 So the extension is going to be on this line. So I'm having 3 inches. And on the upper part here, I'm going to be adding just 1.5 inches. The rest of this is to cover up for the back boot. Yes. And here, don't forget is an elastic. I'm going to be adding just 2 inches. So draw a line from this place up here to this 1.5. And these 2 inches up. Okay, so I'm going to connecting this particular one, this line. Oh wait, don't forget the back crouch is not, it's not always as deep as the front, so just slant it a little to meet this particular one here, or you can just do like this, and from here do this. You cannot come straight like this, have a straight line here, then you have something like this. Okay, so this is 3 inches I added there. I'm going to be adding 2.5 here. So I'm not just jump to 2 inches like that, so that the curve here will not be too sharp. So 2.5, and I'm going to be adding to 2 inches down. 2 inches. 2 inches. So my pant curve, we do the magic now. So just from this place, I'll place it down. And we have this, and that's that about the back of our trouser. So I'm going to cut it out. Now let me cut the band. Here's the elastic. I told you my elastic is 1.5. So I must cut a band that will go around it. That will go around it and still have space for me to be able to sew. So automatically this elastic will be taking 3 inches already. That's 1.5 by 2. So I will now add another 0.5 for sewing. Now 3 plus 1, that means I'm cutting 4 inches band for this elastic. 4 inches band. I'm going to 4 inches. So now I want to fix the zip. That's the side pocket with the zip. So that's the back panel of the trouser. We place it just like that on one side of the zip. Then we sew it straight down to the end, almost at the end of the zip. Not to the end of the zip, just almost at the end of the zip. Just watch what I'm doing there. it straight down to the almost at the end of the zip. Yeah. And you take the front panel. You can see that that's the wrong side that I chopped inside. Fold it inside like that as well. Now place it on that side where you sew. That's the cover, to cover up the zip now. The first one did not cover the zip, just sew it at one side. This one is going to cover the zip. So you are sewing it on the same sewing that you did first. You sew it down. Then you stop, you turn it, then you sew it back. Sew it back to the front. So after that, then sew it down. You're trying to form the cover of the pocket. Mind you, that sewing must hold down the other side of the zip. Actually, the length of the pocket mouth was 7 inches. So it's at the point of that 7 inches that I turned it to sew it back to the back panel. Then I continue my sewing straight down on that line. That's the side, yeah. I continue my sewing straight down. So the first sewing was 2 inches before I moved into the front panel, and I sewed 7 inches to form the mouth of the pocket. Then I continued the sewing straight down, and that's it. So I did the same thing for the second side, and I fixed my pocket. So that's it. I've attached the cargo pocket as well. I did that off camera, and that is the 2 panel. I want to fold the down part, so I ironed the hemming allowance. I'm going to run a straight stitch on it. I want to do that for both sides. So it depends on the allowance left. That's what I'm going to fold in. But mind you, I already whipped all the clothes so that the work will be neat. So after doing this, I'm going to be joining together each legs together. Join each legs together. Just at 0.5 inches sewing allowance. Then measure your curve. Measure it out. Then you sew it straight down to whatever measurement you use for your own. So do the same thing for the other side also of the trouser too. Sew the 2 sides together, the front and the back. Then you are going to be joining the 2 legs together now. Don't forget, now know that we already have 2 legs now. We join it together, the right leg and the left leg. So we are going to be joining it together now. Turn it to the right side. Then take the front panel, the front to the front, then bring it together just like that. I'm going to be trimming the excess at the pocket side. So yeah, I'm going to join it now. Open up that seam so that that piece can relax very well. And make sure you sew it straight, not curve. So go straight. Yeah, it is sew to the end. So now I want to uh, do the elastic. You measure the waist, you take your measurements and cut the band according to the size of that's the waist measurement now. Whatever you get as your waist measurement, you cut the band. Mine was 41. So I cut the band exact measurements. Cut the band exact measurement. But the elastic will be your waist measurement less 7. So subtract 6 or 7, but I think I used 7. I subtracted 7 from my waist to cut my elastic band. That's the length. The width is 1.5. So that is my band that you see me cut out. I'll fold it into 2, then press it with my pressing iron to make sure that I have the midpoint. Fold it into 2 like that. Then I'm going to iron it. Yes, I'm going to iron it. Like I said, my elastic band is my waist measurement minus 7. That's what I used. So after cutting it, you see the way I'm going to place it down. Place it on each other like that. And sew it at 0.5 or less. But 0.5 is okay. Join it together. Make sure you reverse very well so that it's going to hold it firm. Reverse very well. So after that, I'm going to be putting my elastic in the middle of the band that I already pressed with the pressing iron. Make sure the elastic band is touching the middle very well. Then you are going to sew very close to the elastic, if possible at the tip, or just 0.1 away from the elastic, so as to hold it in place. Yes, sew it very close, very close to the elastic. That's what we want to do now. So place it under your filter, then you run the stitch. While you are doing it, you are adjusting it because the elastic is shorter than the band, so you have to be adjusting it with your hand to make sure it goes round. So just adjust it alongside as you're sewing it. Then after that, just put your hand in between and stretch it out. Yeah, stretch it out properly. So the next thing you're going to be doing now is to run those lines on it that will make it to have this nice look. Run those stitches on it. So the elastic is 1.5, so it's like I just divided into 3, 0.5 is 0.5. That was the spacing I used for my sewing, because this one is going to be having, it's not going to be having string. As it's going to be having string, you're going to make the middle one bigger. Now, so I'm going to be sewing the first sewing at 0.5. You have to be careful here so that you'll get it perfectly. So I want to try to mark it out to be sure what I want to do. So when you want to sew, you hold it in one place and drag it. Drag before you sew. Yes, hold it. Just hold it. Drag. So when you sew a little, hold it in another place. Drag. So you do continue like that till the end. You hold, you drag, and sew. Hold, drag, and sew. That is it. Then you do that to the end. So the second line too, I'm going to be using 0.5. Do the same thing. I'm trying to knit it. So always good to do that as you walk. 0.5 again. I'm going to sew the second line on 0.5 also. The same way, just sew, hold, drag, and sew. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Just like the first one. Hold, drag, and sew, and you're good to go. And that's it. So now we stretch it out also. Then we take it to a trouser to join it together. So that's the trouser, turn it to the wrong side. The joining part is what I'm going to be attaching to the back joining. So the joining must align with the back joining. So then make sure you sew either on the first sewing that we use to secure our elastic or one point from it. What I'm saying is that sewing must not show. It must make sure you sew it at the back of it so that it will not show when you are done sewing. If you can sew on it exactly, perfect. If not, sew a little bit after it so that that particular sewing will not be showing on your trouser when you are done. We are only going to see the first two lines, and the third one should be the one you use to join into the trouser. So the line, the sewing you run to secure your elastic should not show. Either you sew straight on it or you sew like 0.1 before it. So you just take it around and just make sure you drag it, since the band is exact size of the trouser, so it's going to go around conveniently. Just drag it along as you're doing it. So now that I'm done, I will finish it up with my 4 thread to secure the edges and to make my work neat. So I'm going to do that and show you now. I can see very neat, very neat. Please always do a neat job. Always do a neat job. And that's the end of it. We have come to the end of our trouser. Thanks for watching. God bless you. See the pocket. Always use a matching material for your pocket if the pocket will be showing outside, but because this one is going to be inside, the zip is covering it. That's a cover, so that's why I use black. If it were to be a slanting pocket that will be showing outside, I will not use black, or if I use black inside, I'll use this particular material to cover up for it. So make sure you do that. The pocket, the zip is looking nice, the cargo pocket is looking nice, and our elastic band is looking very nice. So if you have watched up to this point, kindly like, share and comment, and do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you so much. See you in the next tutorial. Love you. Bye.